I bet you clicked on this video, thumbs out, ready to fight me. Because I'm the guy who said Final Fantasy VII Remake is overrated. I absolutely adore this game though. And I'll explain how it broke me in just a little bit. So real quick, almost immediately, this game seems to lack the problems I had with Remake. The side quests are much more enjoyable and interesting. The characters are even more lovable. The pacing, although I am nowhere near finished, seems to be much better. And the fact that you can almost instantly fast travel is such a huge quality of life improvement. Now there are things that on a surface level may seem like the negative open world filler we've been seeing in recent AAA titles. It includes towers or beacons which need to be activated in order to reveal locations of interest. It has a checkbox system littered with collectibles and small side activities. It features a hand-holding approach to exploration and, many more things. But all these things are handled in a way that makes it much more of a joy to complete rather than having a list of chores to do. The towers, for example, are guarded by different enemy types of a wide variety and give way to the real joys of completing these tasks. The locations of interest are almost always accompanied by interesting minigames that honestly keep you entertained. The divine intel, for instance, comes to mind. You need to give certain inputs at the correct times to sync with the data successfully, which is then followed up by weakening the summon entity you could unlock after defeating it, which of course gives you more incentive to go and do the rest. The Fiend Intel offer you enemies with new abilities and weaknesses in which you can challenge yourself to defeat them within the requirements needed to gain all possible intel, those little checkboxes when you activate the activity. The Mako Springs eventually lead you to a boss fight, which is more often than not a reward within itself. Furthermore, there's loot, most notably the materia, scattered throughout the world, which gives you access to new abilities and spells which you possibly couldn't buy or earn by any other means. So even though the game's open world structure may seem like your standard AAA open world, it is far more enjoyable to go through and experience everything that the developers have put on the table. Now of course, this is mostly subjective, and I have not finished the game yet, so it may very well change. But for an opening, this game kicks off incredibly strong. Now, for the part where it broke me. And I mean this in the sense that it expanded my interest in other video games and other video game genres as well, with all the variety of little small minigames this game has inside of it. So much so that I have no clue what I'd like to tackle after this, but also keeps me in constant anticipation for getting into something new and different to what I normally engage with. The little strategy game, that you do with that little quest for the Emperor with the artifact. That little strategy game has sparked an interest in strategy games that I cannot wait to get into, like Baldur's Gate for example, or Divinity's Original Sin. I've never had an interest in those type of games. That game tickled my fancy just enough that I cannot wait to try out something new, just because I enjoyed it so much. Or the damn card game, Queen's Blood. That freaking game had me looking for an opportunity to play, just so I can waste another hour trying to defeat whoever the opponent is I'm facing at that point. And it also sparked an interest in Balatro, a freaking card game. There are many other examples, but it just goes to show how well this game has handled the elements of other video games, and so far it has intrigued me to a point where I feel this is the Final Fantasy I've been waiting to experience. This feels like everything I have heard Final Fantasy is all about. I'm absolutely loving my time with it, and I cannot wait to see it through to the end, while simultaneously wishing it won't end. But that is it for now. Thank you for watching the video, and if you enjoyed, please consider hitting those like and subscribe buttons. I'll catch you next time. May God bless you all and stay safe.